Welcome to The Last 50 Feet, the podcast about what happens when autonomous vehicles actually arrive at the curb. Every week, we get into what is moving in autonomous commerce, what's stalling, and who's building what next. No fluff, all signal, and we keep it brief. That's our thing. Let's get into it.
Welcome to today's episode of The Last 50 Feet. Hot off Tesla earnings call last night. A lot of interesting things happening. I think the most interesting, would you not agree, Ben, was FSD subscriptions up.
Yeah, that was exciting to see. I think that's the indication of whether or not the technology is working and whether consumers are excited about its potential. So I think if there was one KPI that I would look at from that call that matters to both Autolane and to Tesla, I think that's that FSD subscriptions number. So that was good to see. 18% up quarter over quarter on that. 1.3 million cars.
I think also you keep hearing about it. People are continuing to have that conversation and explain I got in the car and it drove by itself. You just keep hearing that. Always gives you those little tinglies.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, if people are willing to pay $100 a month for the technology and that subsect of Tesla owners is growing at that type of clip, then you're basically building something that people want. And I think when I came up with the idea to start this business, it was because of FSD. It was because I thought this type of technology is eventually going to be available to almost all OEMs and will be probably as commonplace as cruise control in the future. You're not going to ask whether or not your car has self-driving capability. It just will. Just like you don't ask the dealer if it has cruise control. I mean, I don't think you do. You just assume it does, right? In 2026.
Or anti-lock brakes.
Yeah, these are things that at one point were novel and probably cost extra money, and then became commonplace and commoditized. So I really believe that that's where we're heading with automotive and transportation in general, is that whether you're buying a Subaru in 2028 or a Nissan, it's going to have a same type of FSD technology inside of it, and you'll most likely need to pay more, just like you do today for an FSD subscription. But you can also not have that, and that'll be an option for people. And it's important for us, of course, to track the growth of that subscription number, because those are the initial subset of users who are going to be able to utilize Autolane.
Yeah. I think one of the other interesting takeaways was with all of the Robotaxis. First off, shout out to Houston and Dallas for launching Robotaxi.
I thought that was an NBA reference. I was like, can we stay on topic?
No, we won't do we won't talk about the Spurs.
Can we not talk about the Blazers right now?
Yeah.
Just get me riled up.
0 incidents in Robotaxi.
Yep.
0 incidents.
Incredible. And going unsupervised in both Houston and Dallas, even though, small numbers, but we've now got 3 cities, Austin, Houston, and Dallas, with Tesla running fully unsupervised operations with the Model Y that you can buy from their website.
Yeah.
I think the only alterations are they've got a camera
with the
cleaner wiper that they added on to the Robotaxis, and that's it. And they confirmed yesterday on the earnings call that the Robotaxi platform is running on the same 14.3 FSD that consumers have in their cars. So it's looking good. I mean, we'll see how quickly they're able to expand it, but Elon said 12 new states by the end of the year. I mean, he's always saying various numbers, but I would guess that in large part that happens. If you look at everything they're doing with Robotaxi testing and Cybercab testing across the country, you can see it on X popping up in every major city you can imagine.
Yeah.
And if you look at their job postings, they're hiring people in, a dozen or so states, just like you said.
AI supervisors. I think 36 cities.
36 cities. And so those are obvious indications that this is more of a question of when, not if.
Yeah.
And if they turn it on like they turned on Houston and Dallas, basically overnight, two cities at once, both unsupervised. If Houston and Dallas go well, it's quite clear that we're going to see a handful of additional cities in short order that just turn on also overnight. Probably again with small volume, but point being,
that's the right way to do it.
They're laying the infrastructure and the operations and the team across all these cities and states to be able to turn on Robotaxi.
Right.
I'll jump it in real quick.
Producer Kyle, what's up?
I just want to fact check something because I was like, ooh, 36 cities, which ones? And it might actually be 34 cities. Just so
oof meter.
It's about right.
Oof. It's a small oof, but just jumping in.
And small miss small. Catch that reference?
No,
neither of us.
Is that a Winnie the Pooh reference?
Mel Gibson. Okay. Come on, y'all.
That was it. I just want to jump in, but it's more vast areas than I would have thought too. Like there are a lot of Texas cities and a lot of cities in Florida that have, I think Miami's just been the only one with Waymo currently, and there's many different cities in Florida.
Anything north of the 37th parallel?
South.
I'm curious if there's anything north though. Any cities?
That would take some investigative work. I'm going to shut down now. You guys.
Orlando is also live with Waymo in Florida. But yeah, I think Florida, we'll see, if I were to guess, we'll see more scaling in Texas, in Houston and Dallas with more cars. And then I would guess the next cities we'll see will be in Florida.
Yeah.
And the next state will be Florida.
Yeah.
So that's, they're in California with a lot of cars. I believe it's something akin to 300 to 500 active supervised robotaxis in the Bay Area. Nothing in Los Angeles. But when they turn on unsupervised in the Bay Area remains to be seen. And I would put a lot of money on the fact that they're going to do unsupervised in Florida before they would do unsupervised in California. So let's see. Hold me to that bet. What are we betting?
Are we betting?
We're betting, I guess.
What are we going to bet? Case of Maison?
We have so much Maison.
Really, we're not drinking very much, but the subscription continues to show up. It's almost a burden to open all the boxes up and load it.
I'll grow a mustache, which I've never done before. If
the next city,
the next state is not Florida,
the next Robotaxi launch is not in the state of Florida.
No, if the next new state isn't Florida.
That's fair.
All right, clip that.
It's going to look horrible. It's going to look
worse than mine, possibly.
No, yours is all right. Yours passes the bar. Mine's below the bar and probably will hamper our business.
Should we make it even
if I lose this bet?
Does it have to be pencil thin? Do you have to keep it pencil thin?
All I'm going to say is if I lose this bet, it's going to harm the business.
Yeah,
it's going to harm Autolane.
Enterprise values.
No one's going to talk to me at these events.
Yeah. I think the other thing that was probably the most important thing, at least to Autolane last night, was unsupervised FSD coming to consumer vehicles in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter starts in less than 6 months from today. We're recording April 23rd, 2026, for those of you who are listening in the future. And that's a pretty incredible claim. And I know he says things like that, but
yeah, I mean, he said it himself last year, I believe, on the Q1 earnings call as well, which in retrospect is funny because I believed him at that time.
We took that as gospel.
But he said last year, people want to, call me the boy who cried wolf, and that's fine.
Roof, roof.
But the wolf is here.
Yeah.
This
Big
time.
bad wolf.
And I I believed him when he said that. Unfortunately, he was wrong. He wasn't as declarative and aggressive on the Q1 earnings call yesterday as he was last year at this time. But I believe that that's the case, which is essentially to say, you can cry wolf and then eventually believe, well, the wolf's never going to come. He always cries wolf. The wolf never comes. Another year, another made up situation, not going to happen. But ultimately, this wolf is arriving. And whether it's Q4 this year, Q1 next year, Q2 next year, it's not years from now. It's quarters from now, if not months from now, when unsupervised FSD gets pushed to a car that you can buy from their website, meaning your car will drive around without you inside of it, and it's a car that you can buy off the shelf. Now, he did say something interesting, which I think is important to Autolane and the way that we forecast our business operations and strategy, which is something I always thought would be the case, but he confirmed it yesterday. And that's that they would most likely push unsupervised FSD to customer cars in the areas that have unsupervised Robotaxi. And I know maybe this stuff is too detailed for a lot of the listeners, but I think it's important to understand the thought process we have at Autolane and how we think about our expansion and, the retailers, QSRs, grocers that we're working with, where these types of activities are most likely to take place. You can look at where they are doing unsupervised Robotaxi, and that should give you a hint on where exactly the first customer cars are going to receive unsupervised FSD. And he made that very clear that it's not going to be, a light switch that they turn on and all of a sudden everybody's car, every single hardware for Tesla in the United States will be able to drive itself. That's not what they're going to do. He was ultra clear about that, and obviously makes sense. And I think the drill down that he did on that was helpful as well for us, because it confirms again our guesses, which was that they're going to send out unsupervised FSD to customer cars in a slow wave, and they'll start with the places that already have unsupervised Robotaxi. So where is that today? That's Austin, that's Houston, and that's Dallas. And then next, Florida.
You hope.
Please. If you're listening, Tesla, please save me. So that's I think what's really exciting to hear. And we need to take their word for that, because we're launching a bunch of autonomous orchestration pilots this summer. And if you're us, you need to be making bets and guesses about where the right places to do this type of work are. And we've always bet on Austin since day one. And I think yesterday's call confirmed that Austin's most likely the very first place that they will push this update to. So exciting stuff. I'm pretty excited to see what happens.
I'm popping in again. Sorry, Cam, because we have.
Don't apologize.
Thanks. I just want to do a little plug for the robotaxitracker.com here, because if you want to check where those cities are, that's the best place to look. So
yeah, shout out Ethan McKenna, the 18-year-old freshman in college,
savant,
who runs that website. It's doing tremendously well, and it's frequently cited by journalists, industry analysts, consumers, governments as the definitive data source for tracking autonomous vehicles in this country when it comes to Waymos and Tesla robotaxis. That's a fantastic place to understand fleet size, geofences per city, wait times, all types of really interesting data. And Ethan's been a great supporter of the work that we're doing. I've got to know him over the last 5-6 months. I saw him last week at Ride AI at the conference in San Francisco. He gave a phenomenal what they call Pechacucha on stage, 20 slides in 12 minutes or something.
Jeez.
And or 20 slides in 20 minutes. But he flew out from Texas with a final that he had to take earlier in the morning, jumped on a plane, flew to San Francisco, arrived, got on stage in front of 300 people at 18 years old, and gave what was probably the best presentation at
the whole conference. Amazing.
So shout out Ethan.
He also built out coverage.goautolane.com for any brands that want to look at their locations, whether it's just using Google Maps to search or it's actually plotting coordinates to see where their brands exist inside of those polygons.
You know what we should do?
What should we do?
We got to bring Ethan on the show.
We
next
absolutely
week.
do.
Let's do it.
Ethan will be an amazing guest.
Say it again, Ben. Pechacucha.
Pechacucha. I've never really heard of this word, but this Ride AI conference does this format every year. Pechacucha.
I looked it up.
Sure how to
So it
spell
means fast-paced presentation format translating to chit-chat in Japanese. Pechacucha. Learn something.
It's a really nice word.
Sounds good to say. Feels good to say.
Yeah.
I think maybe one of the final points about the earnings call yesterday, just to wrap up, nothing much about the Cybercab.
Yeah, it was pretty light on that front. They entered production, which is great, but very unclear about the ramping of that production. Will they sell those vehicles to consumers? How much will they cost? When will they be in the Robotaxi fleet operation? Currently, it's all Model Ys. A lot of questions totally unanswered, but I would assume, given the fact that they're now mass manufacturing those as of this month, there's got to be some additional detail and information that they'll be sending out over the next few weeks about how this vehicle is going to transform the Tesla fleet, because nobody knows. Can we buy one of these?
Yeah.
Can we not? Is it just for them? Is it when it will be unsupervised? It's a crazy vehicle. If you haven't seen it, you should certainly look it up. It looks like something out of the future, which is what Tesla's always trying to do with design. But gull wing doors, matte gold color,
amazing.
It's very small, which is interesting. It's been custom designed to meet the average needs of ride hail, meaning it's only a 2-seater. It has a big trunk, actually, and that's it. It has no side mirrors.
Yeah.
Interestingly, it makes sense why not, but they're all in on autonomy for that vehicle. And they've been testing these all over the United States over the last 4 or 5 months, but still have not put them into the Robotaxi fleet, nor announced pricing, nor announced kind of the long-term plan for the vehicle. But
yeah,
it's exciting to see.
If you are in Atlanta, shameless plug, you could go see 2 new Autolane deployments at Lenox Square and Westside Provisions District. We are live as of earlier this week.
Yeah.
If you are hailing an autonomous vehicle on either of those properties, you will see Autolane deployments. So shout out to both Jamestown, Simon Property Group, both those properties. I think for today, that's about it.
I think, yeah. I mean, a lot of news, a lot of exciting updates coming. So we'll see you again next week.
See y'all next week.